Hello everyone. This video is going to walk you through how to complete your 2023 benefit open enrollment. So this year there is no more paper. It is all going to be done in ADP. Okay. So after you log into ADP, you will have the option to start your enrollment. Now, please keep in mind this is a test environment we're looking at, so there'll be a few things that are a little bit different than how it will appear to you when you go to complete your enrollment. So first, you can log into ADP. You can complete your enrollment in ADP on a desktop computer. You can also complete the enrollment using the ADP mobile app if that's what you utilize. But this video is going to walk you through how to complete it utilizing the desktop app in ADP. So no more paper. So let's look. After you get logged in, you're going to hit start enrollment and you're going to see this welcome message. It says, welcome to your 2023 open enrollment. I'm going to go over a few highlights with you. First important thing to note is that the deadline to complete your benefit open enrollment is Wednesday, June 14th. This year, you do have to elect or waive here in ADP to avoid losing your coverage. Your plans do not roll over. Any changes you make are going to be effective July 1st. Now, this is the only time you can go in and make changes without any reason until the next open enrollment period. Okay, our next open enrollment isn't going to be until June 2024, unless you have what is called a qualifying life event. Talk to HR or payroll if you're not sure what that means. Okay, two more reminders. If you enroll in a medical plan with Sharp, you are going to be required to enroll in Emeritus Dental and Vision. This has always been the case for us. It's no different than previous years. However, we cannot get ADP to do that for you. So you need to, if you enroll in a Sharp plan, select the Emeritus Dental and Vision plan. If you don't, then your payroll rep will reach out to contact you and correct that. Last reminder here on this home screen is that if you are currently enrolled in policies with AFLAC, your policies for AFLAC will automatically renew. And AFLAC policies are not going to be something that is displayed in this open enrollment in ADP. So if you're interested in AFLAC, you're looking to make changes to your existing plans, you will need to contact our AFLAC representative. Her name is Tiffany Trevino, and her contact information is here on this page. Also, there's more information about AFLAC supplementary plans, and AFLAC has created us a custom website that you can view. Right here through this link says AFLAC Guide, and if you click on it, it takes you to our website where it tells you about all of our products, where you can watch videos and view all of the plan materials. And it also, again, has that contact information for Tiffany, our AFLAC representative. Okay. Any link you click on will open up a new window, so you can always just go back to ADP. Okay. Now at the bottom here, it says if you have questions, we're here to help. You can contact any one of us, Nicole, Brittany, Bree, or myself, Stormy. We can always email to that benefits@autogrp.com email address, and that goes to all four of us, so that'll get you the quickest response. You can also call the general line at the business office, talk to Britt, and she can route you to whomever will be able to help you out. Okay, so that's everything on the welcome message. Once you get to that landing screen, that welcome page, and you're done reading through it, you're going to hit next. The first thing that's going to come up is what's called manage dependents. Now, a dependent is somebody that you are adding onto a health plan, meaning medical, dental, or vision. Okay. And if you're planning on shopping those prices with a dependent or adding a dependent, you have to do it on this screen. Okay. To do that, you would click on add dependent or beneficiary. Okay. Down here, you're going to select the relationship under dependent, spouse, or child. Under beneficiary, it's going to be an organization or a person. But let's talk about the dependent first. Again, you would have to enter that on this screen. It doesn't give you an option to enter it on a future screen. Now, everybody, even if you waive all of the different benefit options here in the group, everybody does have to add a beneficiary. That beneficiary needs to have all their information, their first, last name, their relationship to you, social, date of birth, and an address and contact information. So if you don't have beneficiaries in here with all that information, you're going to need to add them or edit them. And again, to edit that or add it, you're going to click on add or edit dependent or beneficiary and go to person. Now, the reason everybody has to have a beneficiary in here is because even if you waive everything, the company pays for a basic life insurance policy for you. And we need to know in the event that something happens, whom are we contacting insurance and ensuring gets that payment? Okay. So make sure you add your beneficiary in here. If you don't, you won't be able to complete your enrollment. To add a beneficiary, you would hit the add and follow through with this, right? So you'd maybe fill out that it's a spouse. By the way, this profile is for Tony Stark. So I'm going to say that he's with Captain America, and Captain America was born in 1960. Put in a gender. We would also need the social security number. This is important. So we would plug that in. Of course, you're going to enter the person's real social. And then down here would be an option to use your address if you have one on file, or use a different address if the person doesn't live with you. And then it has their contact, email, home, and personal mobile number. You're going to want to complete this for every dependent or beneficiary you're going to add. Now, because I'm in test mode, it won't let me save it, so I'm going to hit cancel. Now we're going to hit next once you have all your dependents and beneficiaries in here. So we hit next. This screen is going to be where you're going to spend the majority of your time. This is where you're going to elect or waive all your different benefits. And what you'll see is it tells you have 14 days left to enroll, and it's got a running total of your cost per paycheck. And right now it's at $0 because I haven't enrolled in anything. So down here, there's two things that say I have action required. Everybody's going to have something that says action required on medical, because for medical, we require to either enroll or waive, right? Waive means saying, I don't want it. And if you say you don't want it, you just got to pick a reason from the drop down as to why you don't want it. This is actually no different than what we've done in the past on paper. You're just going to put it into the drop down menu here in ADP. So let's say you go, you know what? My wife works for the city. I've got great benefits with her. I'm not going to enroll in medical plan. No problem. You can click on waive benefit, and all you have to do is pick a reason, say I'm participating in my spouse's plan, hit yes, waive benefit, and that action item goes away for you. Okay. Or you'd be enrolling. So let's say, oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to waive. I'm going to enroll. You can see down here, medical is still an eligible plan for me. I can hit view all plans, and I can say, okay, Tony Stark is me. I'm covered. And instead of waiving, I can go in and I can enroll in a plan. Okay, so I could select a plan and enroll it. So let's look at what this is like to select a medical plan. If you had dependents, they're going to show up here and you can check and uncheck these boxes. If you do that, it's going to update the appropriate pricing per paycheck to reflect not just you, but other dependents you're putting on the plan. So the total cost to you. Now we can see we have 5 plans available. We have our SIMSA plan. We have 3 different plans with Sharp, a high, low, mid, and we have the Sharp PPO plan. It's not very common folks enroll in it, but we have this one as well. There's lots of different ways to look at this information. You can go and you can look at the additional details for each plan. We've also built in a really handy plan comparison chart for you. So let's click on that. And let's say I'm deciding between, the Sharp mid and the Sharp high plan, or let's say like the Sharp low plan and the Sharp high plan. You can select the 3 plans and hit compare plans. And what we built for you are key pieces of information for each one of the plans that puts it all side by side, so you can really see what the difference is. So let's say, I'm previously was in the low plan. I'm considering whether or not I want to go with a high plan. Well, it tells me, okay, on the low plan, there's a $2,500 deductible for me, but on the high plan, there's none. And then maybe I go to a specialist a lot. I can see, okay, well, on the low plan, I've been paying $40, but the high plan is $20. Keep scrolling down. You'll see information about urgent care cost, hospitalization, mental and behavioral health, just some key areas we thought that you may want to be able to easily compare. And again, you can even add a 3rd plan. So if I wanted to put the mid in here, I put that in here, and I can see all 3 of them side by side, what the value and differences are. Let's say I'm done comparing here. I can close that out. I started to mention earlier, there's also the option to hit additional details and view more information about any one of these plans. So for example, the HMO high, let me hit additional details, and we can see in here there's more information. It says click the links below to download additional information about this plan. So if I click this, it's going to download, and I can open a nice little benefit summary that tells me everything else, right, about the plan. Family planning, maternity care, substance abuse disorder stuff, right? Lifetime maximum for your benefits, which is unlimited. I can also download this even more detailed document. This is called a summary of benefits and coverage, with a full chart of every different type of scenario I may encounter on this plan and then what it covers, right? So this is all nice, and it also tells you how to find a provider. Okay. All right. So we can go in and look at these additional plan details for every one of these plans. SIMSA, there's the same kind of information here, documents in English and Spanish. We can close that out. So let's say now I've looked at it and I go, you know what? I don't want to waive. I want to enroll in the HMO low plan. Just want some kind of coverage. It's going to ask me to confirm the details. In here is where it's going to ask you for your physician's name. This is why on that worksheet we gave you that was in the back of the flyer, it asks for your primary care physician's name and ID number and for all the beneficiary and dependent information. So if you have that all filled out, you're going to be ready to go for open enrollment. And as you know, if you complete your enrollment that day, you're going to enter into a raffle prize. So why not have all that stuff ready to go, right? So this is where I would enter first and last name, my physician's ID number. If you're not sure where to find that, it's also on the back of your existing medical card if you already have SHARP, okay? Or you can follow the instructions in the additional details and look it up, okay? So I'm going to confirm this. Now I'm all done with my medical plan. Now, as you can see, it still says action required for basic life and AD&D, and that is because I need to elect a beneficiary. Now, it's not going to let me do that because I'm in test mode. But ordinarily, if you've already enlisted, if you already have your beneficiaries entered from a previous screen, you can go in here and just pick your beneficiaries. You don't have to have just one. Let's say you have 2 kids, you can split it 50-50 across 2 kids. And beneficiaries, you can add on this screen as well. So if you forgot and you want to add another one, you can add your beneficiary here as well. Okay? So once that's done, you would hit confirm details and be done. Okay? Now we have other plans I can enroll in. As a reminder, because I enrolled in the SHARP medical plan, any SHARP medical plan, I do have to enroll in Emeritus Dental. So I'm going to hit view all here on the Emeritus Dental, and I'm going to hit confirm details, which enrolls me. Okay, and now you can see I'm enrolled in that too. Now, if I'd like to, I could still enroll in SIMSA Dental. You can have double dental coverage, so I can view that. And again, with any of these plans, you can click View All Plans and view additional details and get more plan documents and information. Now there's also information here for FSA, like dependent care and FSA healthcare. Again, I encourage you to go in here and click and view additional details. It's going to explain what FSA is, what the limits are for the year, and all these little links here of like more information about how FSA works, videos from our providers. Okay. And you can always, of course, contact any of us and we'll help you out. So that's FSA, right? Maybe I don't want to enroll in that, although I personally usually do, but I'm going to say Tony Stark's not enrolling this year. And a few more plans to explore are life insurance, employee, spouse, and child. Now, at open enrollment is the only time when you can add another $10,000 to your employee life insurance without being asked medical questions and risk of it getting denied. In other words, evidence of insurability. Some of you may have had to complete that form before. So you can add up to another 10 grand every year on your employee life without being asked those questions. But let's say I want to enroll in employee life for the first time. I can go in and select the amount. Now, keep in mind, the pricing for you may be different than a friend that you work with because it is also age banded. Their life insurance gets a little bit more expensive the older you get, and that's all built into here. Okay. When you're all done, you're gonna scroll up. You can scroll up to the top and see the total cost per paycheck, but you're gonna hit next. You're gonna get to this review and submit screen, and you'll be able to see here what your total cost per paycheck is, and it tells me what I'm enrolled in. Now, in this case, again, because I'm testing, it won't let me add the beneficiary, but that's okay. But normally you will, and you're just going to hit submit enrollment. After you submit enrollment, you're going to get a confirmation screen that looks like this. It will tell you you've successfully completed your 2023 open enrollment, right? As a reminder, if you're currently enrolled in AFLAC plans, those enrollments will automatically renew. Your AFLAC deductions are not included in your enrollment summary. It gives you some more information and just reminds you of our contact information. Okay. And your enrollment is as simple as that. It takes 5-10 minutes to walk yourself through it. You can log